another 5 finish lines. Thank you for joining me here on my YouTube channel where I take motivational quotes and I use them on different topics, not only to inspire you guys, but you take these quotes and use them to inspire others. With that being said, the topic of discussion today is willpower. The power to move through, the power to choose and postpone, instant gratitude for, long-term gratitude. So with that being said, 2 amazing quotes for you guys today. Let's get started. Awesome. Start you guys off with the first quote. It comes from Catherine Pulsifer. She says, changing a habit requires determination, perseverance, and a strong willpower. And I always will say this, it starts, with you. If you want to be further in your life, if you want to have certain things in your life, if you want to be a certain person in your life, it really starts with you. You can't wait on someone else to tell you how to live your life. You can't wait for someone to, motivate you or push you to do this life. Like, obviously, it's nice to seek that kind of help, find mentors, people who are in your field that are doing better and to follow kind of what they do. But at the end of the day, it all comes from you because they can teach you, they can coach you, they can give you everything that you need. But if you're not willing to act on it and, change your habits and be and do the things that person is doing, then there's no point. You've found yourself in a predicament between choosing between instant gratification and postponed gratification. This idea that putting aside your, needs in this moment for what your wants are in the future is that willpower. It's that mindset shift of, I may want this right now, but it's not what I need, because what I want later on, this does not come with that. This will not be necessary for that. Like, if you want to have a nice body, if you want to, be fit, if you want to be healthy, you got to put down the soda. You got to put down the junk food. You got to eat healthier, eat your veggies, obviously all in moderation. You still want to enjoy your life and have those things and, splurge a little bit. But if you're not regulating it and being on top of it, then you'll find yourself, almost, if not indefinitely, reverting back to those old habits and not sort of creating new habits because you're not even incorporating those better habits into your life. You're still always reverting back to eating junk food, eating out, and not eating something that isn't necessarily good for you. And that takes me to my next quote, which comes from Dan Millman. He says, willpower is the key to success. Successful people strive no matter what they feel by applying their will to overcome apathy, doubt, or fear. This idea that, like I said before, people who are living the life that you want to live or have the things that you want to have, they live a certain lifestyle, they act a certain way, they believe in a certain thing. And, in all honesty, where I see myself going in this life and how I view it, having faith, being a Christian man, following Jesus, following God, and being able to have gratitude and realize that, you aren't the biggest thing in this world. We're so small compared to what is out there. And this idea that your impact doesn't have to be so grand, but it starts with the people around you, impacting your loved ones, impacting your relationships, and also impacting yourself, being that better person and having that willpower to say, what, I am willing to put my needs aside and build the life that I know is meant for me and for others, even though I may not reap those benefits. It is best for me to do these things because I know at the end of the day, someone else is going to be able to enjoy it. And this is the idea that, planting a tree, but not enjoying the shade. Knowing that you are planting the seeds, sowing the right roots, instilling greatness into people and into those around you, even though you know that what you are building may not be something you're going to enjoy in the moment, but it's something that person is going to enjoy. It's something that person is going to have, and then they'll look back on you and they'll realize, man, the reason I have these things, the reason I am who I am, the reason I've gotten to where I've gotten is because that person instilled in me something that they already had, something that was so in abundance inside of them that it overflowed into others. And that's kind of how I sort of try to live my life and try to be in my life. I never try to force people to do anything or to be part of what I'm trying to be a part of, but when I impact people or when I around people, I try to pour into them as much as I can. And if they don't reciprocate it, then that's okay. And I'm very selective with those I pour into. I'm very nice, I'm very kind to everyone, and I always will be. but that doesn't necessarily mean I want to be around everyone. I want to always be with these people. There are only a certain amount of people that I am willing to be around, and that is kind of also, another topic for another time. But having the willpower to put aside your own selfish needs in a way, and knowing that, maybe one day you won't be able to enjoy this, but someone will. And you may not enjoy that thing right now, but later on you will, because you'll thank yourself for not eating that sandwich, for not going out that weekend, for saving that money that one time. There are so many layers in this life where we are faced with a choice. So, what is the choice that you're going to make for the life that you want in the future? Sweet. All right, you guys. I'll see you guys next week with a new video. It's the month of August. I'm wishing you guys the best as always. I'll see you guys next week, and I hope you guys are all doing well. Life is good. I'm blessed. And you know what? I would not trade it for anything else. I'm grateful for where God has brought me, and I'm excited for where He is taking me. So I'll see you guys next week. Drink your water. Stay safe, all right?